Alright, so I'm just going to show you a quick update on the Tilak Mridanga rim modification. I've got a layer of mastic around the rim of the Tilak Mridanga to give it the head more of a rim shot, because it was only a pipe. It was very thin, just a pipe, and the head was much too oversized. This is the ring of the head that broke, which I've used as a template to work with, and that'll now come just nicely over there, no problem. That's way on. It's not going to want to go any lower than that at all, so there's plenty of room there. Probably going to be more like that, I would imagine. And I've rounded the edge there as well, so it's not going to cause any problem for the, as you can see, no harsh edges. So that just goes on there like that. This is how I did it. Bit of polystyrene on there. Screw it on after you've used the securing bit of metal as the template, and you just cut around there, and then screw that on to there with holes and whatnot, and then stuff it full of milliput, and leave it for about an hour, and you can cut it quite easily. This one I left for about 2-3 hours, so it's fairly solid, so because I was at work, but you can leave it for about an hour and it's easier to work with. Mind you, saying that, doing it this way, you can get a real precise bit of work. Just chiving it, mainly that's what I used. Just chiving it with that. I started off using this woodworking tool, but it could only do so much, and then all of this, the rest of the drum was in the way and everything else. So then I just chived it, and this was the heads even. Just used a file for that, and then just chived round slowly, chived around here like that to get the and then chived the top as well. So you got the two angles, one there and one there, and then sanded it. So that's all good. So that's like that's all good. And because you can't leave it too long, because if I set that overnight now, that'll be rock hard. Won't be able to work with it. So I believe we're good to go. So that is on, and that is smooth, and that's just going to come over there nicely. Other things I've got to do, the head that comes with this one has got a rubber patch on the inside to give it a richer tone, but I'm not sure quite how effective it is. I might experiment with taking it off and seeing, because I reckon I can get a higher pitch and a louder sound with it off. Like I say, I can always play around with different sizes, maybe cut it down a bit, or I can stick it back on same size. Or anyway, I've got room to play around there. The other thing I'm going to do, once this is on, and that's on top there like that, boff boff, see that's there, that's perfect. Once that's like that, you've got a gap here, because I'm not into these rubber rings that they use. You know, you've got these rubber rings that you put on top. The trouble is, just stop your hands hurting. The trouble is, you're too far away from the head, really, to get any decent response. Oops. So this is the way that you do it. You get a decent rim sorted, and then you don't use them, and then you possibly take the plastic bit off as well, because I reckon it'll be nice and loud. And also, if it ain't got the plastic bit on, it's going to respond more to this sort of stuff. The plastic bit on, it's got a nice rich tone, but you don't get a lot of the response. So I think the plastic bit's got to go, personally. So once this is on, and then like that, you've got this gap, which isn't too bad, but I think I'm going to try and fill it. I think I might just use this template that I got here, and or I might just use some expanding foam. Or cut this down a bit, maybe. Cut that down a bit. That way. Chip it down a bit. I reckon that'll be alright. Yeah, I could just chip it down a bit. Use that on there, and that'll stop all that. It'll also stop a bit of the rattling. It's a bit rattly as well. It'll stop all the Allen keys and that from rattling about. So yeah, the mini put as well on there. So you got the mini put. That's all in shape. That's all sorted. And then you got on the base side, same thing again. I think I'll take that off, and I'll try and I'll get some polystyrene to go in there again. Base head sounds lovely. I don't need to do anything to that. See that rattle? See? Bit of a rattle. So I can fix that, I reckon. So yeah, it's going to be good. I'm still waiting for the head to come. You can already hear that rim. That's going to sound sweet. I reckon take the rubber bit off from inside the head. That'll be nice. That'll just sound like a dumbeck or something. A real small dumbeck. Dun 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 dun. That'll sound sweet. And yeah, exciting. Oh, I'm looking forward. I can't wait for the head to come. That's all set up now, though. Chuffed to bits, mate. All right, peace out.